Alright everybody, welcome back. All that happened is I finished clearing out that one freighter, and now we're finna talk to Noel again. 80th fucking time. This is like that person that wants to call you instead of just texting. Well, this mission is this quest line is long. I will tell you that. I tell you what. Anyways, I'm so cross between. You know what? Like I said, I'm gonna move my freighter into this system, so that way, when I'm ready to come back to it to do stuff, at least it's already here, and I don't have to worry about, you know, losing the system once we leave it. I hope I can move my freighter into this system. Shit. Wait, is my freighter already in this system? No, it's not. Where are the space stations at? Alright, we'll let our ships warp on in. And I am going to start cleaning up my inventory. Yeah, we don't need any more of this shit. Fuck the dumb shit. We are stacked. What are these? Logging credit. Yeah, about that. I don't have nothing else, do I? Oh, everybody's spawning in slowly but surely. Wow, I have a lot of shit in this in here. I'm surprised it all fit. Okay, what else? Is there anything else? I see that. Well, I don't need this much uranium. So I should sell, what? 2,000? Yeah, 2,000 out of my inventory. I'll worry about that later. Look at there. Got my inventory though. Anything that should go in here? Yep. All three of those. Wow, you can stack these up to 400. I guess I've never had these stacked up that high before. That's crazy though. Gotta remember that one base too. But we'll get there when we get there. Okay, there was that. Modules. There's nothing to put in here for sure. Remember to save 2,000 of that. I know I had something to put in here. Yeah, at least this. This can be deleted. Guess we can chill out with excess elements. We're all stacked on that. I got a lot more silicate powder though. I don't know. What else do I need out of here? Ferrite dust. Ferrite dust and magnetized ferrite. Or yeah, I went through a lot of magnetized ferrite, huh? And I'm running low on pure ferrite. And ferrite dust. Okay. What else? Sentinel. Any augments? Yep. Let me put this. Stuffed on this stuff. And we can go into here. That. Where I'm gonna put those nano cables or that star silk? Where was I putting that at? I know I was putting star silk somewhere. I'll leave it in here. I don't want it to get lost or misplaced or anything. A sentinel, excess elements, harvestables. Did it go in? Did I put any in here? Nope, I did not. Well, that was a situation. About in here. Yep, we can take that out though. Does not have to be in there. Typically, whenever this starts getting full, I just start selling multiple copies of things that are like way out of control. So, I can take this, and this out because that can go elsewhere. You up here, you up here, right here. Okay, let's go back over here. That. I want these to be separate. Separated. And we got too much star silk. We don't need any more. That goes right there. Right. So I deleted so much stuff. I can put that right there. I got a lot of silver. I think I went a little bit overboard with the silver. I know I'm going to be building more stuff, so the silver might not have been a bad idea to buy a lot of. Okay, so I can sell how much? 3,000 uranium out of my inventory. So I shall do that right now. There honestly has to be a better way of doing this, but whatever. Did it touch my uranium right here? Yes, it did. Okay, we can put that right there, though. This can go right here. Then I'll go do that like that. I don't need this. I should have sold that moon ether too while I was here. I didn't realize I had it. Or, I mean, yeah, I forgot I had it. Smuggle contraband. What do they have here that I need? Yeah, I can just delete this. Go over here to this. And put that in my exosuit. Put that in my freighter. Put that right there. Oh. Star shield battery. Surge battery. Oh, I don't know what the hell this is then. We'll put that right here. I've never seen that before. Put you right there. Put you... here. Put that in here too. What else do we have in here? Going this down here. Okay, that looks good. Okay, about this freighter. This is how we're looking with that. That should be moved to my starship. Alright, so we can make tons of freighter fuel. Let's use these. Yeah. Interesting. What is this for? Okay, so it's not for... Okay, I see what's going on. Wait, what is this one for? Oh, this is for fleet stuff too. Okay. Okay, okay. Mining ability, expedition scientific ability, expedition efficiency, and expedition speed. Damn. Man, this freighter is way more kitted out than my last one by a long shot. Yeah, I'm gonna do some of this. Never put that at. Okay, cool. So let me save. Alright, let me show off my freighter. We'll start over here. Show you guys what all I did. So I started decorating this a little bit, you know, putting signs everywhere. You know, making this area especially feel a little bit more scientific, as it were. You know, I did not mean to put a wall right here, but looking at it, it works. These are tables, and you know, you guys can see. I mean, come on now. Yeah, and I put servers right here with some cooling fans. I figured this place is the scientific area, you know, for planetary, you know, figuring out trade routes and where expeditions are going to go. That really like having that wall right there. That was fucking... I made a mistake doing that, but man, I like it. I like where it is. We've seen this area quite a bit. You guys know what's down in here. So, and you know, this is like a little rest area for the crew. Moving in over here, I put some more signs up, like so. Little storage area for cargo and such. Since this is the actual science area. You know, terrain standards. Since you know we have people that work on mining and processing and all that stuff in this area. Upstairs, I'm really excited to show you upstairs though. So I'm gonna go up there right now. Ah, and this is our Garden of Eden up here. A tiny little storage area where they just put stuff laying around. Let me put some of this nip nip. Oh, this is not where nip nip goes. Yeah, this is this right here is where gut root flower is harvested at. Speaking of which, let's get some of that fuchsium and use it now to fill in the rest of this. Just put in what I can. Alright, so yeah, just filling this out, but yeah, this is my nip nip area. Gek nip, because this is the stuff that could be sold. So, I'll put some nip nip buzz down. One is all I can afford right now, because I need more fascium. But that's cool, because we have 6 in our stash. I'll deal with this later. But you guys have probably seen these other ones. Oh yeah, I got these boards and signs. They don't fully attach to the wall like that, but you know, no one's gonna see that, right? But yeah, this is how it looks so far. We harvest this stuff as we go through it. This is clearly where you guys see where I harvest quite a few exhaust things, and a lot of this, you know, once we're kind of stocked up on stuff, I'll start making trade items with it, so it doesn't say stock stuff in up our inventory. But this right here is what I want to show off. So this is the crew, another crew rest area with this is the chow hall basically. So if they want to stop and eat, you know, get some food, rest. I kind of feel like the Viking and the Gek would be the types to, you know, if you guys ever been, if maybe you're Muslim or if you've been to a Muslim country, Middle Eastern country basically, you might have seen people that are sitting on the floor on mats and carpets to eat their food. Got water containers and tea. So I kind of feel like the Gek and the Gek and the Viking are really like that, you know. Anyways, so this is where they would get their food and they could sit down and eat and, you know, just relax. There were some things that you can like play. I might put like a CD player up here. I should get one of those. Anyways, so this is where Mordite is at. Oh, these might not be ready to harvest. No, they're not. Anyways, so you guys have seen these rooms. I don't think. Oh, these are ready to harvest. Okay. Let me check these ones. I think I walked right past them. They're not ready. Are these ready to harvest? Yep. One of my dogs is looking at me like, why don't you let me outside? It's snowing out there. Chase rabbits and no squirrels yet. The squirrels are still hibernating. Alright, got that harvested. And you know, little few decorations, as you guys can tell. This is the first harvest of these plants. They weren't ready when I went to harvest everything else. Everything else is ready except for these guys. So, harvesting these now. This is the first time I've done this in a freighter type of area, so I'm really excited by doing this. It's just so satisfying. Right? I wish there was like a one-button harvest for all this, no lie. But, you know, this is still pretty dope. So there you guys go, and, you know, this is where the Mordite goes, so I don't have to go hunting for that on planets or killing poor creatures. Hopefully I can just call my freighter in and be like, yo, come help us out. Yeah, I'm really proud of this area. At some point, somewhere, I'm gonna add a kind of like a crew rest area. I don't know where that, like a crew, not a crew rest area, but like a place where their beds and stuff are gonna be with storage lockers and stuff. I don't know exactly where that's gonna be yet. This freighter is already kind of stacked. I think I can extend it out. Maybe put a row. We'll have to go 1, 2, skip 1, and then another one. So that's 4. Is it 2? Yeah, we'll have to go 4 out that way. Or is this just 1? I don't know how this works. This is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so I'll have to go 4 out that way, and then put another one on this side, and I'll actually put doors from the crew areas out in there, so that way they can have bunk beds and stuff like that. Maybe not bunk beds, but you know, like beds where they can sleep, have lockers, maybe even just private quarters, and then put mine in there in one of those. And then all of these guys, since they're like our officers, basically, like we got 1, 2. I know we should have at least 3 officers. Number 3 should go right here. However, we haven't found him yet, so found them yet. Anyways, let's put all this up. So yeah, yep. Alright, so, hey. See, I'll probably do it like one side would be like for all of the normal crew, and then another side is going to be like, they'll have their own private quarters. Or yeah, we'll have another side over here, so another 4 out this way. Let me just see if I can do another 4 this way. I'm saying it, but I don't know if it's possible. Oh yeah, so this would be a dip down, which I'm okay with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'd probably do something like put science rooms, so that way there are like corridors in between them, or technology rooms. So I would probably do something like this, so it looks separated, so they're not just like, you know what I'm saying? So I want this area to be different from the rest of the ship, basically. And then I'll just put a internal freighter wall right there. Yeah, I want this area to be different from the rest of the ship, purposefully. So I would do the same right here and use the industrial rooms and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put internal freighter wall right here. Yeah, I want that area to purposefully look different. And then we'll go on the freighter 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, 5. And then I would put science room, technology rooms. 1, 2, 3. And then I would put freighter walls in between all these, and I would just bunk these up, but the technology specialists and everybody else, they get like their own room. I know this is purely like role playing. I know that no one's gonna be using these things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get that. That is not lost on me. It's just, you know, the role playing aspect. And I'll put a bulkhead door probably right there. This was the first one I used in the ship right there. So yeah, I put a bulkhead door right here as well, to kind of denote this is the crew living quarters, you know what I mean? And this turn on freighter wall. Like I said, right here, this would be like for the officer deck, basically. Everyone would have their own room. Wait, did I put one? I put one right there. Oh, it's just one right there. Including me, but I get 2 rooms. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so this would be like the officer deck right here. And I would put doors on all of these right here. So they get privacy. Because they're officers. You know what I mean? Except for me, because I'm the captain. Okay, the captain definitely gets a door. They also get windows. Because this is the edge of the ship. So all the officers get windows. I should get the crew windows too. I don't know if I have enough glass to get away with that though. They already got it rough enough. Having a double up, so yeah, they get windows. Fuck it. Yeah, the crew already has it rough enough, so they get windows too. Yeah, you know, I like sometimes having little roleplay elements in my games when I play games. It makes it more fun. It makes everything seem like you're doing something with a purpose, and this is a roleplay. Like, we're working our way to the center of the galaxy, so yeah, you know, I want to respect the crew as they are. You know, they all deserve, you know what I mean, to have, you know, some crew rest. I don't know how I'm gonna sit here and make this. Okay, we'll do it like this. I'll just put it on the edge. But yeah, the crew should have beds, and the Corvax. I think I might do something special for the Corvax. But anyways, and then we will put a locker in each corner, so that way everyone has a locker. What else? And this is where I'm gonna get kind of a little bit crazy. I'm gonna put things like different things down to kind of like denote different people's rooms. I know I can't do it completely, but I'll try. So there's that, and so this is a little bit of military me coming in for my military pass. Everyone gets a little storage locker into their bed, which all this might not be aligned, which might actually be good for the charm of what we're doing here. Can I put any tables in the middle here? What we got? I want to put like a little table or something. There we go, a light table here in the middle, so that way everyone can, you know, this is like a little gaming table, so I look at like in Star Wars, which I'm sure this is what that's modeled after. So yeah, this is the room. Everyone has, this is the basic room. You put it that way. So everyone kind of has a little bit of home, and that's kind of how I want to do it. You know what I mean? I like that. This is cool. Now, this is how I'm gonna do them. And then later I'll add a little bit more accents to it. I might as well just continue. Yeah, might as well. We're on such a roll here. And instead of doing every room one at a time, I'm gonna, because they're all gonna be generally set up the same, I'm gonna sit down and just Alright, so yeah, we're going to set up the basic rooms all the same. So, yeah, let me do that right now. Fuck, I forgot how I set up that last room. With the beds, at least. And I'll put them on the edge or something, and I don't think every room's going to have an edge like that. It should. Right? No, these ones do not have an edge. Hold on. Okay, okay, I see what edge I was using. Alright. No. Wait, why does this one... Huh? Have a different edge than this one? Do they? Yeah, they do. This one does. So is this supposed to be a science room, right? No. Oh. This one and this one are all rotated differently. Same with that one, and that one, and that one. I wonder if I can rotate rooms. So, let me try that. There we go. I can. Alright. Okay, I didn't know you could rotate rooms. Now I know. And the more you know. Alright, so we gotta redo some stuff. Okay, so this makes setting up the rooms a little bit better and easier. Because I can just go off the lines next to everything. Like so. You know what I mean? So I can just go like this and put them on the lines. And you're not gonna get I'm not gonna get everything perfect. I'm not trying to get everything perfect. I'm just trying to get everything perfect enough. Okay. You know what I mean? Because like I can't see. Like I wish they would improve this a little bit. I'm sure they have over the years. But it would be nice if they could improve base building a little bit more, especially camera placement. It's still a little janky. So, specifically the opacity of the player. Like if you could see through the player completely when you're up close, that'd be perfect. But once again, I get it. This is a game. And once again, they've definitely, I'm assuming they did make improvements to the game regarding this, and it's just me maybe not being aware of it. But, yeah, I mean, it's still a fun game. Like, this is definitely in my top something of all games of all time. You know what I mean? I'm going to mix these up. I'm going to put, some of these are going to have these types of storage containers. And I'm just going to kind of center them based on where the beds are. And I'm going to mix them up a little bit too. Not every unit's going to have just these. Which I kind of already fucked it up because I put the end one on the other end with one of these. None of these, they were just the double ones. So I might mix it up a little bit, like put one of these right there. Yeah. Maybe even do a different type of storage locker. Because, you know, ultimately these are all grown adults. They're all just here to work and travel the cosmos with me. We're all just traveling the cosmos together. That's what we're here to do. You know, the Viking, or, you know, they got to travel with her. And I would assume the Gek are all about profit. So I'm pretty sure they're like, yeah, anything we got to do to get our profit, you know, get some profit out of this journey. So, and, you know, adventuring with a traveler, traveling with an adventurer is like tons of profit. So, and of course, the Korvax are probably like, yeah, no, this is a traveler entity. Traveler entity is one with the Atlas. So, you know, they worship the Atlas. So they'd probably want to come traveling with me. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can do showers though. I don't know if that's a possibility in this and how this game is currently. Stuff like that. So, anywho, I'm gonna put tables in here now. Like I said, every room's gonna have a few variations, as you can tell, some already do. But like when it comes to like the carpets, that one room had a carpet, but the rest of them might have their carpets rolled up in the corner or something. You know what I mean? So, not every room's gonna be exactly the same. But like I said, it's part of my theory, not my theory, but my belief that the Korvax and the Viking and the Gek all, especially the Viking and the Gek, I think they're more like Muslim. Not Muslim, but maybe like Middle Eastern and how they do things. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we're not gonna get everything perfect, so we'll put a roll canvas right there, and then another one kind of like just stashed right here beside the bed, and I want to put another one kind of sort of like right here. Roll canvas pile in the middle of this room. Maybe the same. And there's no need to put one in every room. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna get this perfect. It's like, look at this. I'm not gonna get this shit perfect no matter what I do. This is where I start adding like little small details. Maybe they'll have one somewhere here in the back. And maybe these guys have an oil burner very dangerously. Right outside their door, actually. Maybe that's part of their belief system or something. These guys might not like, hold on, tied drapes. How does that look? Invalid position. Yeah. How does that look? These guys might not like having the darkness in their room. They're fighting over it all the time. Yeah. What else do we want to do? Oh yeah, I gotta put those other lockers in here. Where are they at? Put these lockers in here. So we'll put these up in here. One right there. Like I said, these aren't gonna be perfect because I can't I can't really see what the fuck's going on, so I'm just putting them in where I think I can. So when you're doing this, by the way, once you exhaust your exosuit inventory, it's gonna start pulling from your freighter inventory. Some folks might have already have noticed in my other playthrough, my other streams. So. And we gotta remember, there's some Korvax in here that might not give a fuck about any of this shit, about ritual and everything. But, I kind of figured the Vy'keen are most certainly all about ritual, so. And we'll put some boards out, so that way, like, this one right here, we'll put it beside people's beds, so that way they have a, you know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be like, you know, I like that, adding these little small details. So these are like their alarms slash whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, these are probably gonna be hovering off the wall, but you know, I can't do anything about that, so just gotta do what you can do. So this is like their alarm slash organizer or something. Once again, this is the crew quarters, or one of the crew quarters. There we go. And I wonder if I can put something like this on the outside of everybody's walls. Yeah, we'll do it like this. I'm gonna try to keep it the same. Try is the operative word here. And then, because I got 5, so 1, okay, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so no. Where's the science room and technology room? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is gonna be another like crew rest quarters. And, you know, something I haven't done, but I should be doing too. Well, we'll worry about that later. But I'm gonna put some sofas in here, so like some curved sofas. This is the crew rest room. You know, they should be able to take a break. You know, read books or whatever, watch movies. You know what I mean? Like it'd be like the room where they just go and relax. Put some couches in here. They can all just chill out. There we go. Yeah, an update to make this easier would be appreciative, but you know, for a free-to-play game, I'm not gonna complain too hard. So put one right there, and then one right here. Definitely some small planters in here for sure. And what else? Any other creature comforts I can put in here? Carpets. whoever designed this should be slapped. It's about as good as I'm gonna get it, huh? I don't feel like fucking with that anymore. I'll just put some canvas piles around. I'll imply that if somebody wants to unroll carpets, they can. I'll put this one over here. And maybe put some tables up because, you know, it's kind of lame to not have a table here and there. Maybe some of these guys want to eat, and I'll put some chairs up in here. And now for the entertainment. That's huge. I was like, oh, this is gonna be small, right? Nope. Put that right there, and then put that right there. And we'll put a monitor station out here. You know, just put one right there. I don't know what the purpose of this would be for, but I don't know. It looks smart. I don't know what this is for, but I'll put this right here. I like throwing these things down and around. They just look aesthetically pleasing. And we'll put a billboard or 2 billboards. One right there and another. Another right there. Yeah. So that way everybody kind of just has, and I know what else I want to throw down. Something I should have been throwing down a long time ago. Health stations. You know, we need some first aid in here. Can't be having people dying. I'll put 2 against this wall. Or maybe 1. But yeah, definitely we need some health stations in here. I didn't think about that at first. Yeah, we'll put some health stations in here. Whew, boy, these things are expensive. I just realized how much these things cost. I didn't know that you needed ionized cobalt. It's crazy. But yeah, this right here. So this is like 1 crew quarters. The other one I'm not gonna worry about right now because I'm just blowing through resources right now. But I think this looks pretty dope though. What do you guys think? Actually, I'm not done yet. I want to do some other shit. I like decorating, if you guys haven't noticed. I can't put this on nothing, can I? Oh, I can't do that. There we go. So we can put some flags up there. Make it look like people have some. And, you know, like I said, some people... Oh, we put some more hanging drapes in here. I like the hanging drapes. They kind of fit very well for what I'm going for, which is like a lived-in freighter. Like, this isn't just like some corny shit. This is where people live and work, you know? So, yeah. Just had it. I messed it up. Missed it. Yeah, this is like where people live and work, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was them that had another one. This is where people live and work, so you know we gotta make it look somewhat okay for them. Like, oh yeah, this is where we live and work, so you know, let's make it look like lived in. You know what I mean? Let me go up here and put some help containers down, because I definitely did not think about that. I mean, I did. I just didn't capitalize on it. I was just like, whatever. And I'll put one over here. I'm just kind of placing them randomly. They're not going in any kind of symmetrical order or anything. They're just gonna be here when they need to be here. You know, like first aid kits in a way. That way, every floating one, they're floating. So yeah, I kind of like this. This makes it look more lived in. The entire freighter process and design. I like it though. Let me see how my inventory is doing. Hey, I need carbon, pure ferrite, and silver, of course. And uranium. Alright, let me start with the uranium. Actually, let me just start with everything else besides the stuff I know I need to get. So, ionized cobalt. I know I need cobalt. Ionized cobalt. I know I had some of that. What else? NaCl could be increased if I have any. Yeah, I do. Silver for sure. Holy fuck, I went through that much fucking silver? Wow. Even though I got like 2,500 silver, I still went through a shit ton. That's crazy. That's so fucking crazy. I only need a little bit of Na plus. I need a lot of Na. Oh, I didn't see that. Where? Okay, it must have just been. Yeah. There's some Na. Holy fuck. Am I out of sodium? Yes, I am. That's another element I'm gonna have to get. I don't need any oxygen. That's nice. Do I have any indium? Or do I need to mine some of that too? Need some of that. Wow, I can't believe I went through that much silver. That's crazy. Platinum. What's up, buddy? I'm all out of sodium. Like straight up. I got more sodium nitrate than I have just regular sodium. I have like no regular sodium. That's easy to correct though. Sodium everywhere. Sodium is everywhere. Guess let's go to all the dust at that point. Okay, so first off, carbon. Pure ferrite, which I'm sure I have like none left. Magnetized ferrite's good. I think that's it. Alright, sorry guys, I just had to send some messages off. But here we are, ferrite. Okay, is that everything? Yeah, I just need to get a bunch more sodium. Well, a lot of sodium. Alright, but that was some base building done right there. I don't care to decorate this place because it's more or less for me. And it's just storage, so yeah. Right down the center of the ship too. Hey buddy. He always waves. I never wave back at him. Okay, so yeah. I like that. I want to look at it one more time because that was pretty fucking dope. I just love this. Just love coming around the corner and seeing all this stuff. I am tempted to put more down, but I'm gonna roll. We can add more stuff later to these cold, dead corridors. Kind of feel like a freighter should feel like that, or at least in my opinion, should feel like cold and dead. It's a little bit, to a little degree, very functional. It's kind of the person I am. So, function over form, in my opinion. But we're getting there. Anywho, yeah, let's get back on our adventures. I don't remember what I was doing, but we can look at it right here. Okay. Let's get out of here. Why does it keep pinning that one? I'm gonna see if I can unpin that one. I don't need that shit pinned all the time. Corvette assembly. No, we don't want to do that. We're gonna speak to Polo for the space station, see what he has to say. I don't know. I've yet to see a female Viking or any female. Wow, there's another fleet right here. Let's see what they got going on right here. Combat specialists. Nice. Trade specialist, I will take that. Oh, I really hate when they spin you around like that. And a trade specialist, I will take it. Clumsy driller. These things improve, if I'm not mistaken, over time, so I'm not too worried. I'm just taking what I can get, like I said before. And you can always swap them out. If you fail, you can fail expeditions, fleet expeditions. You can fail them. Your ships can get murked and destroyed. Thirsty crew, whatever. All right, so no more of them. But for the most part, we're done with trade specialists at least. Alright. I'm gonna do the weekend expedition later, tomorrow. I gotta speak with both of them? Or is this Nada? Or Polo? Okay. Friendly little git.